What an Eastern Conference Finals it's going to be with the Rangers and the Panthers. Let's talk about it. And well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm matthewtkachuk. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. Quick reminder, if you're brand new, welcome aboard. Please like and subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate everybody's support. Rangers, Panthers, Eastern Conference Finals. This is going to be one heck of a match between probably, many would say, the two best teams in the Eastern Conference this year. Rangers finished with 114 points in the regular season, won the President's Trophy. Panthers not that far behind at 110. If you want to put any stock into the regular season meetings, Florida won 2 of 3 games. The Rangers' lone victory was in the third and final head-to-head matchup on March 23rd. Now, a quick look at the Rangers, since we spent a lot of time on them already. Both Mikazibanejad and Vincenttrocheck have led the way with 14 points in 10 playoff games. Artemipanarin with 11 points. We know chriskreider, man, oh man, he has 10 points, and a whole lot of them came from that final game against Carolina. One player that I'm hoping will step up is Adamfox. He has only 4 points in 10 games, and as the Rangers' best defenseman and one of the most potent offensive defensemen in the NHL, more is needed from him. Now, he had the collision with Nick Jensen at the end of the Washington series. I don't think he was ever quite right against Carolina. He took 2 maintenance days between the end of the Washington series and the start of the Carolina series. Well, this time he's going to have nearly a week to recuperate. So one of the things I want to watch very early on in game 1, how much burst does Adamfox have on his skates? Igorshesterkin playing very well, 8-2 record in the playoffs, .923 save percentage. Now, I want to spend a minute breaking down Florida and what makes them so dangerous. Matthewtkachuk may be the best power forward in all of hockey, and he's a dominant playoff performer, 14 points in 11 games. He is, however, prone to taking a lot of penalties, so we'll have to see how aggressive he gets, because one of the things Florida's going to have to watch out for is putting the Rangers on the power play, because Florida's very prone to taking penalties. We'll get into that a little bit more. Alexsanderbarkov, their number 1 center, a dynamite two-way player who's winning his second Selke trophy as the best defensive forward in the NHL. Samreinhart has emerged as a high-end finisher, put in 57 goals this year, the second highest out of anybody in the NHL. Carterverhaeghe, if this game gets to overtime, if any of these games get to overtime, watch out for him, because he has a tendency to put the puck in the net. 11 points in 11 playoff games. He has 21 playoff goals with Florida. That is the most in Panthers history, which is pretty crazy. Esa Lindell stepping up as a young forward, sort of the Alexei Lafreniere of Florida. Of course, they also have Vladimir Tarasenko, the ex-Ranger. That gives them more scoring prowess and some Stanley Cup experience. On defense, you look at Aaronekblad, Brandon Montour, and gustavforsling. Excellent, large defensemen. Forsling, in particular, topped the NHL with a plus 56 rating during the regular season. To give you a Rangers comparison on that, Ryan Lindgren led the Rangers in plus 22. And then the Florida defense got bolstered even more when they added Nico Mikkola, another ex-Ranger, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. A couple other of the X factors to watch on the Florida side: Sambennett, Nick Cousins, Ryan Lomberg. They play very aggressively, and they really like to deliver big hits. That's not something we saw too much in the Carolina series. You know, the Hurricanes play very relentless. They pressure you constantly, but they don't hit much. In just about every game, the Rangers had a sizable advantage with hits. Against Florida, that's not necessarily going to be the case. You know, they'll throw the body, they'll forecheck like their hair is on fire. But you know what? Bennett, by the way, has 20 goals in 69 games this year. So they're big guys. They can put the puck in the net as well. So with the Rangers, they are going to have to earn every inch of ice they can get. Not much different than what they saw against Carolina. All right, but Florida can also defend very well. They tied the Winnipeg Jets for the NHL's best goals against at 2.41 goals per game. And when you talk about the goaltending, you have to talk about Sergeibobrovsky. It'll definitely be a step up in goalie from the first 2 series that the Rangers saw. Been around a long time. Bobrovsky has won 2 Vezina trophies, led the league in shutouts this year, has only a .902 save percentage, though, in the playoffs this year, has usually not performed as well in the playoffs as he has during the regular season. Now, I want to go back to what I said a little bit ago about Florida taking penalties. They have the most penalty minutes per game of any team in the NHL, averaging 13.6 penalty minutes per game. And we've talked in the past about how dominant the Rangers' power play can be when it's clicking, and that is probably the Rangers' best path to winning this series. So it'll be interesting to see how the officials call this game, but the Rangers have converted on 31% of their power plays this year, Florida just 22%. And if you look at the penalty kill, Rangers have killed 89% of opposing power plays. Florida not too far behind at 86%. So the special teams will be big. And the Rangers have a big lineup decision to make with the 12 forward. There's several candidates: Blake Wheeler, Filip Chytil, Johnny Brodzinski, and Matt Rempe. If I'm Peter Laviolette, I'm starting off playing Matt Rempe. Now, Laviolette has primarily been using him at home during the Carolina series because Laviolette wants to play the matchups. And at home, you have the last matchup. You can dictate the matchups how you choose to do that. I think it's another situation like the Washington series where Rempe plays every game until he does something to hurt the team. Size is going to be needed against the Cats more so than it was needed against Carolina. Now, Blake Wheeler, good guy. I know he has shed the non-contact jersey. I know he has a ton of experience. But here's the thing. He wasn't playing all that well in the regular season anyway when he was healthy. I don't need to see him in these games right now. Brodzinski is a jag. He's an okay player, not a great player, hopefully not going to hurt you. You know, Filip Chytil to me is about the only other option. And if it's a situation where the Rangers do need some more scoring ability, if the offense needs a jolt, then you could consider inserting Chytil. But because Florida hits so much, you really need somebody, I think, to help counter that. And nobody is more equipped to do that than number 73, Matt Rempe. So as far as my prediction goes, I expect a brutally tough series. You have very similar teams, deep scoring, good offensive defensemen, hard-hitting, and very talented goaltenders, coaches who have a ton of experience, you know, 2 of the absolute best coaches of this generation in the NHL. But I'm going to give the Rangers the advantage at home. I think it is super, super tight, but I got to go Rangers in 7. But I think it's going to be a fantastic series, and then we'll see whether it's going to be Dallas versus whoever wins Game 7 in this game. But I think it's going to be very, very exciting. Both these teams are legitimate Stanley Cup contenders, and I think it's going to be a fantastic Eastern Conference Finals. Well, those are my thoughts on Rangers, Panthers. Let me know yours. Put them right down there in the comments. Who are you picking to win this series? Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you right back here with more content from you-know-where. The Wicker Chair.